Hi everyone, this is Autumn and welcome back to the channel. Walcott Radio is your one-stop shop for all things CB and ham radio, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to support us as we continue to provide quality content for you. Today we're taking another deep dive, this time with an incredibly powerful unit. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and get ready for a deep dive into the Ranger RCI 99N4. Let's start with a little summary of features for you so that you can understand firsthand just how powerful this radio really is. Pushing 400 watts peak envelope power, the RCI 99N4 is one of the most powerful radios available. Included is a color-changing faceplate to fit the aesthetic of your install, as well as an auto-calibrating SWR meter for antenna system and overall radio health. Next are the SSB and AM modes. No FM in the sky, but rest assured you'll be impressed no matter the mode you choose. And lastly, before we take our deep dive into this radio, I wanted to mention that this also comes with a free Ranger RCI 198 noise canceling microphone, which is honestly a really great deal. I don't know about you, but when I hear the word free, I get all giddy. Alrighty, so now that we've got the lowdown on some of the features this amazing radio provides, let's take a look at the faceplate. First, you'll notice on the far left this knob labeled VOL and SQL. Essentially, with this knob, you can turn the radio on and off, control the volume, and adjust the squelch as needed. As you can see, the icon above the knob shows where you can find each function. The volume on and off switch is controlled by the inner knob, while the squelch is controlled by the outer knob. The next knob is the mic and RF knob. The mic gain controls how loud your voice is, while the RF gain controls how far you receive. Usually, these are turned up most or all of the way. Following that is the echo and time knob. This knob controls the echo effect when you're talking, which is of course entirely optional and you may set it where you like. Next up is the TB and dim knob. TB is short for talkback, which allows you to listen to your own voice while talking. It works especially well when adjusting the echo to ensure you're transmitting clearly. The dim function, of course, adjusts the faceplate brightness. I'm practically blind, so I really like this one. Lastly, in our group of bottom knobs is the fine and power knob. The clarifier adjustment function on this radio is called fine because it lets you fine-tune the receive frequency for single sideband. As a note, if you're not using single sideband, you need to keep this knob straight up. PWR, or power, not to be confused with powering on the radio, controls the output power. On AM, for example, your carrier power will adjust from 10 to 150 watts. If you turn off the RF deck using the red switch on the left of the faceplate, your RF power will now adjust from 0.5 to 5 watts. For maximum range, you'd keep the RF deck on and the power knob turned full right. Like I said, this thing is powerful. Whew, okay, we're through with the bottom knobs, so let's move on with our switches. The first switch I'll cover is the SWR mod and power switch. As I've mentioned before, the SWR checks your antenna system for problems, therefore helping to prevent damage to such a big investment like this. The SWR portion of the switch controls what the meter is telling you. The mod switch shows your percentage of modulation, and the power, of course, then shows your power output. Normally, the default for this switch is to have it kept on power. Powerful for one switch, right? Let's keep going. The band low and high switch is up next. This control is where you navigate all of the available frequencies along with the A through F knob above it. There are 12 bands of 40 channels split into 6 on low and 6 on high. Normally, this is set to band A with the switch on high. But this depends on which amateur band you plan on operating. The next switch is the NB/ANL, radio, and PA switch. Unless you're using a public address loudspeaker, you typically keep this switch on NB/ANL for some small receive filtering. The last switch is the USB, AM, and LSB switch, upper sideband, amplitude modulation, and lower sideband. This is of course simply the mode control, which will likely normally be set to AM. Woohoo, we're halfway there. I know that there's a lot to cover here, but I appreciate it that you've come this far. During this little break, don't forget to check out our other videos on our radio playlist and leave a comment telling us what radio you'd like to see next. Alright, let's continue on with some additional features here. The color button is pretty simple. Just press this to change the backlight color on the radio. The SWR light will only come on when the radio detects a problem in your antenna system. If this light never comes on, that is a good thing. If this does light up, immediately stop transmitting or you may damage your radio. At that point, you need to fix your antenna system before further radio use. I'll go ahead and link more info on SWR from our website down below for your reference. It's a good idea to know what to look for. Next is the RX and TX light. RX means receive and TX means transmit. This light is simply telling you when you're keying the mic and when you're listening. The toggle switch or RF deck switch on the far left disables the RF deck when you want to turn off extra power. With this switch off, the radio will have between 0.5 watts to 5 watts AM carrier and 30 watts AM modulation. Lastly, I wanted to mention that this radio requires a direct-to-battery power connection with at least a 50 amp power source. If you're in a vehicle, that means that at least a 4-gauge wire directly to your battery. If you're at home, you need at least a 60 amp power supply. Here at Walcott Radio, if you need a power cable built for you, we've got you covered. We hand build our 16-foot long 4-gauge high-quality power wire kit specifically for these radios. Included in our kit are hand-torch soldered copper battery terminals, a heavy-duty fuse holder, and a 2-pin Anderson connector. All of this is pre-assembled and ready for your installation, making things a bit easier when handling such a powerful radio. Okay everyone, we made it through. I hope you enjoyed taking an in-depth look at this radio with me today. The Ranger RCI 99N4 is truly one of the most powerful radios out there, which makes it not only perfect for those needing the extra bit of power, but is perfect for those who just enjoy some good old-fashioned bragging rights. Make the Ranger RCI 99N4 your next bragging reason today. Don't forget to visit us in store or online at walcottradio.com to purchase this radio and for all of your other CB and ham radio needs. After all, we're the largest, best known, and most professional CB radio store, and we have been for over 35 years. As always, get talking will help. I'll see you next time.